Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock by request, where it's a review of the movie Scream 3, and this one is brought to you by fellow YouTuber Nevada Wheat. I really thought I hated this series. No, I was wrong. Sydney is back, Gail is back, Dewey is back, and there's a bunch of other people in the movie who get killed off who had nothing to do with the first two, so let's get on with this crappy review. Huh, that kind of rhymed. I don't know about you guys, but it almost makes me feel like I just want to... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for here? No. Better. Oh, even better, that one too. Sydney is working at a abused women's hotline, where Ghostface somehow finds a way to get a hold of her, calls her, and decides he wants to try and make her life worse. There's a new horror movie being made, and Ghostface goes to kill the actors, directors, producers, writers, caterers, best boys, worst boys, microphone workers, anybody he can. I'm trying not to. In order to get what he wants, and that is to get at Sydney. Just like in the first two. Well, Ghostface reveals himself to be some guy named Roman, who I think is supposed to be like the director of the movie or something. I don't know. And it seemed that Roman died in the movie. But it turned out he faked his own death. That's what happens. And then when Ghostface reveals who he is, it is Roman, and Roman decides to tell Sydney that he is her half-brother.
Listen. We'll be there in a couple of hours, okay?
Well, this review will be over with way before then. So, Roman shoots Sydney, and Sydney is dead. Or so we think. It turns out that Sydney, just like Roman, was wearing a bulletproof vest. So Sydney winds up stabbing Roman, and yeah, you pretty much know the rest of it. Because just like in the first two, it would seem as if our killer was dead, but from a stab in the back by a huge knife, not gonna happen. Roman gets up, try and get Sydney one more time, and Dewey winds up shooting him in the head.
System crash.
That's what this movie did. It crashed big time. You know, this was supposed to be the final chapter in the series. And I was celebrating, I was happy. But it turned out they decided to give us a fourth one.
Unacceptable!
Well, it's not my fault. I didn't come up with this crap. But in Scream 3, the rules were supposed to change because it was supposed to be, of course, a trilogy. Ghostface decided, I'm going to change the rules. But that was the plot for part 4. I don't get it either. So towards the end of it, Dewey proposes to Gail. Sydney feels like her life is going to get a lot better. So she, Detective Kincaid, Dewey, and Gail decide they're going to sit down and watch a movie. Sydney looks out her door, sees the gate door swinging, but thinks nothing of it. And that's the end of the movie. Or so we thought, until they decided to do Scream 4. Four, yeah, that'll be reviewed soon enough too. Well, if you guys like my videos, feel free to subscribe. And if you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that made you want to scream less than this movie made you do, and of course putting out your couple of dollars to go watch this piece of crap, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to Nevada Wheat for his request. So until next time, gang, as always, stay strong and rock on!